In this video, I am going to discuss exercise 5.3 of data handlings for class 8. In this exercise 5.3, the questions are related to probability. So we'll discuss all the concepts of probability in this video and discuss all the questions with its solution. So let us start. This is exercise 5.3 of data handlings. The questions are related to probability. So let us start. This is the first question of this exercise. List the outcomes you can see in this experiment. What are the experiments? Spinning a wheel. So wheel is given. Tossing two coins together. If we toss two coins together, what are the outcomes? We have to note down this. So now see the solution. On spinning the wheel, we can get the following outcomes: B, C, D, E, and A. Now see the wheel. This is the wheel. Already this is given: A, B, C, D, and E. There are 5 sectors. So if we spin, so this is the arrow mark. The arrow mark may stop at A, B, C, D, or E. Out of 5 parts, any one of these. So what is the outcomes? Whatever the total possibilities, these are known as outcomes of event. So here we may get B or C or D or E or A. So any one of these. Here we will never get any alphabet other than this, except these 5. So now the next part is tossing two coins together. If we toss two coins together, what are the outcomes? If we toss one coin together, we will get only either head or tail. But if we toss two coins together, so these are the total outcomes. When two coins are tossed together, we get the following outcomes. This first one is head, H stands for head, H, T, TH, and TT, both tail. First one tail, second one head, first one head, second one tail, both head. So these are the 4 total outcomes when we toss two coins together. These are the total outcome. This also known as sample space. Next question. When a die is thrown, one die, A die is thrown, list the outcomes of an event of getting this. Separate conditions are given. Number 1, a prime number, not a prime number. A prime number, not a prime number. So there are 2 parts, and in question number 2, a number greater than 5, a number not greater than 5. So now let us note down all the outcomes when we toss a die. Die means Ludo die. So there are 6 numbers written in the 6 spaces. The shape of the die is a cube. This is first part, a prime number, not a prime number. Now see, when a die is thrown, the total outcomes are these. These are the total outcomes, either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. So we will not get any number other than 6. The prime numbers are, out of these 6 numbers, the prime numbers are 2, 3 and 5. We know what is prime number, the number whose factor is 1 and the number itself. 1 is not a prime number, also 1 is not a composite number also. So 2, 3, 5. How many numbers are there? There are total 3 numbers. So required outcomes are either 2, 3 or 5. This total number is 3, and outcomes, when you note down the outcomes, we have to write it separating by commas, 2, 3 and 5. These are the total outcomes of getting a prime number in a single toss of die. Outcomes for not a prime numbers are, this is if 2, 3, 5 are prime number, other than 2, 3, 5 are not prime number, so 1, 4 and 6. So the required outcomes are 1, 4 and 6. You can write either and or comma. This 1, 4, 6. These are the numbers, that is outcomes of getting not a prime number, and these are the outcomes getting a prime number. So in this case also total number 3, in this case also total number 3. So now see next part, a number greater than 5. So when we toss a coin not a die. The total outcome is 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now outcome for a number greater than 5 is only 6. So required outcome is only 6. A number not greater than 5. Not greater than 5 means this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 is included. The sentence is written not greater than 5, but it may be equal to 5. So that's why a prime number not greater than 5 are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So therefore required outcome 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now next, move to the next question. Question number 3. Find the probability of the pointer stopping on D. In the question number 1, whatever the wheel given, so there are 5 sectors A, B, C, D. So here the question is probability. Now what is probability? Favorable outcome divided by total number of outcome. So now see, this is the all questions are there. This is for question number 1, and second part is probability of getting an S from a well shuffled deck of 52 playing cards. Now we'll discuss one by one. Now probability of getting a red apple. See the figure below. From this figure, what is the probability of getting a red apple? Now what is probability? Probability is the ratio between the favorable outcome divided by total outcome. So now the word favorable means when in the question it is given probability of getting red apple. So red apple is our favorable. Yeah, there are 4 red apples are there. So total favorable outcome is 4 and total number of outcome is 7 in this question. So in this way we have to find the probability, that is the ratio between favorable outcome divided by total outcome, and the probability is always less than or equal to 1. It cannot be greater than 1. In a sample space, whatever the number given, there are 7 apples. We cannot choose more than 7 apples from this. So that's why either less or all 1. So now see the question number 1. The probability of the pointer stopping on D. See, this is the figure A, B, C, D, E in question number 1. A. Total number of sectors is 5 here. A, B, C, D and E. So number of sector where the pointer stop, that is our favorable is, it should stop at D. So that is D only, 1. Therefore probability of the pointer stopping at D is 1 by 5. That is our favorable is 1. How many times? Only 1. 1 D is there. And total is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's why 1 by 5, and this is the definition of probability of any event is a number of favorable outcomes for that event divided by total number of outcomes. In this way we can find the probability of any event. The number of favorable outcomes for D, that is only 1 and total is 5, so 1 by 5. So this is our probability of the event getting the pointer stop at D. So now next part of this question, probability of getting an S from a well shuffled deck of 52 playing cards. Now in a cards, already we discussed this question, that is concept of cards, dice, coin in my previous videos. So now in a packet of 52 cards, in a playing card there are 52 cards and 4 different sets. This is known as suites, S-U-I-T-S. So now here the question is probability of getting S. S means that is A, and these are present in all the 4 sets, that is 1, 1, 1. Total number of S in a deck of 52 cards is 4 and total number of cards is 52. So number of S 4, 1 from each suite, that is heart 1, diamond 1, club 1 and spade 1. These are the name of 4 different suites. So these 4 S are there. So therefore probability of that is total number of playing cards is 52. Probability of getting an S is favorable is 4 divided by total is 52. So 4 by number of S's divided by total number of playing cards, 4 by 52. If we simplify, we get 1 by 13. So this is the probability of getting an S in a packet of 52 playing cards. Now next part, probability of getting a red apple. This is the figure below. This is the figure, a red apple. How many red apples are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 red apples are there. So out of total 7 apples. So here total number is 7 and our favorable is, if we choose our required one is red apple, then our favorable outcome is 4. So 4 by 7 should be the required quality. Total number of apples 7, number of red apples 4. So therefore quality of getting red apples equal to number of red apples divided by total number of apples, so 4 by 7. So this is our answer. So that is quality of getting a red apple is 4 by 7. So now next question, number 1 to 10 are written on 10 separate slips, that is one number on one slip. There are 10 slips, numbers are written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Kept in a box and mixed well. That is all 10 slips are mixed well. One slip is chosen from the box without looking into it. Without looking into it, that is we cannot give any preference to any particular number. So at random we take one slip from it. What is the probability of, see the part, getting a number 6? Second part, getting a number less than 6, getting a number greater than 6. These are the 6 parts related to this question. That is, there are 10 slips with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. And fourth part is getting a one digit number. Getting a one digit number. These are the 4 parts related to this question. Now, solution. Getting a number 6. Now, these are the numbers. When all the numbers from 1 to 10 are written, then the total outcomes are, these are the outcomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. These are the 10 outcomes. And probability of getting a number 6, how many 6 are there? Only 1. So that is 1 by 6. There is only 1 6 when the numbers are written from 1 to 10 as this. When we write, that is our favorable is only 6, 1 and total is 10. So 1 by 10 is our required answer. That is probability of getting a number 6 is 1 by 10. Now next, second part of this question, getting a number less than 6. So see the solution. Probability of getting a number less than 6 is 5 by 10. So number less than 6 are whatever the 10 numbers are there. Out of this 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These are the 5 numbers which are less than 6. So 5 by 10. So since common factor is there, 5 we can cut and we can write 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 is our answer. That is probability of getting a number less than 6. Now next part, getting a number greater than 6. That is probability of getting a number greater than 6. Now see, a number greater than 6 are 7, 8, 9 and 10. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 by 10. So if we cut 2 is the common factor, we can cut by 2. So 2 by 5 is the probability of getting a number greater than 6. So next part, getting a one digit number. So now when we write all the numbers from 1 to 10, this is, there are 9 one digit number except 10. So that is 9 by 10 is our answer. Our favorable outcome, if we get any one of these, so this is our favorable. So 9 by total is 10. So this is 9 by 10. And in all the cases, whatever the answer we are getting, 1 by 6, 2 by 5, 9 by 10, all are less than 10. That is less than 1, proper fraction. That is probability is either less than or equal to 1. It cannot be greater than 1. So now see next question. Question number 5. If you have a spinning wheel with 3 green sectors. Now see, one spinning wheel is there. In that wheel there are 3 green sectors, 1 blue sector and 1 red sector. What is the probability of getting a green sector? This is one part. And what is the probability of getting a non-blue sector? 3 green, 1 blue, 1 red. Now see, this is the wheel. Green, 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 3 parts. This is blue part, this is red part. So now in this spinning wheel, so the probability of getting green will be more since there are 3 parts green and 1 part blue, 1 part red. Now see the solution. Total number of sectors are 3 green, 1 blue, 1 red, 5. That is total is 5. So now first part, what is the probability of getting a green sector? That is, how many green sectors are there? 3. So probability of getting a green sector is the number of green sector divided by total number of sectors, that is 3 by 5. Probability of getting a green sector is 3 by 5. Now second part, non-blue sector. Blue sector is 1, non-blue, that is other than blue, is 1, green, red is also other than blue, green. So 3 green plus 1, 4. Non-blue, so this is the number of non-blue sectors are 3 green plus 1 red equal to 4 sectors. So therefore probability of getting a non-blue sector equal to number of non-blue sector divided by total number of sectors, that is 4 by 5. This is question number 6. Find the probability of the event given in question number 2. In question number 2, what were the conditions given? We have to find probability of this a prime number, not a prime number. So this is the question number 2 actually. When a die is thrown, list the outcomes of an event. Here the question was only we have to list a prime number, but here we have to find the probability of prime number. Refer to question number 2, probability of getting a prime number. So when we write all the numbers, that is total outcome is 6 and the prime number is 3, that is 2, 3 and 5. So 3 by 6, total 6. So if we simplify, 1 by 2. Now second part of this, B, not a prime number. So not a prime number, that is 1, 4 and 6. That is also 3. Probability of getting a non-prime number is total non-prime number divided by total outcome. So again 3 by 6, 1 by 2. Probability of getting a prime number is also 1 by 2. Probability of getting a non-prime number is also 1 by 2. Now second part of question number 6. So this, find the probability of a number greater than 5. A number greater than 5 means this is the questions. A number greater than 5 means 6, 7, no, only 6. This is probability of getting a number greater than 6, greater than 5 is 1 by 6. That is greater than 5, only one number 6. So divided by total is number 6. So now last part, probability of a number not greater than 5. Not greater than 5 means including 5, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, that is 5 by 6. Or we can simplify in this way also. Greater than 5 is 1 by 6, so not greater than, that means total probability is 1, 1 minus 1 by 6, this is 5 by 6. So this is the last question. Now, thank you for watching my video. If you like this, please share it and subscribe my channel.